Hotep family, this is LadiHn's coming at you with Goddess Awakening. We are on every Sunday and Wednesday on Blog Talk Radio, www.blogtalkradio.com/Goddess Awakening. And that is every Sunday and Wednesday at 8 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Denver, stand up and stay standing up, because we need to be proud of healing the hood. Prodigal son, my brothers, Terrence, Tyrone, and Jay, who is my brother. I just want to say I am so proud of y'all. Thank y'all for including me in this historic event. I will stay involved, because that is my commitment to ensuring that we get some healing and some love. Y'all are doing some wonderful works. Family, this organization called Prodigal Son, make sure you go support it. Go hit the site. Go see what they are doing. If you're in the Denver area, come out and volunteer for a day. Go do whatever you can to support this organization, because they are doing some beautiful things. They are making the bangers exchange their red and blue bandana for camouflage. All right, and they are creating true warriors in standing in healing the community and clearing out all of this gang violence, all of this black on brown, black on black, brown on brown. They are committed to standing firm in that. And that is what a warrior does. A warrior, or a captain, or a lieutenant, or a sergeant, or whatever it is that you are, they stand in something. Okay? And that which they stand in, they make sure that it is clear and it is known that this is where I stand. Because when you do that hidden standing stuff, and you know, hiding behind the veil of whatever, maybe the veil is the Crips, maybe the veil is the Bloods, maybe the veil is the consciousness, maybe the veil is anything. But when you can't stand for what it is that you say you are a warrior for, then you are not a true warrior. And a true warrior can avoid all conflict at all costs. Okay? And the sisters who are warriors, I got to give a big shout out to all of us who have that warrior spirit, who, if you come and you try to tear anything down in which we stand for, you will be getting dealt with. Okay? And that is something that is so beautiful to see. Come mess with the sisterhood if you want to. All these sisters, including myself, will come and handle you. But I operate in love. I operate in wanting to give love, wanting to receive love, and wanting to process love. I try not to even embrace that war word, because when you are speaking and living and feeling in war, you are doing nothing but inviting more war. And that is just the law. That's mathematics. You know what I'm saying? If you start saying, I'm going to sit and stand in love, this is what I stand for, this is what I'm going to be about. And if you are anti-love, then I got to keep it moving. And really, if you are anti-standing for something, I got to keep it moving, because I don't fool with those wishy-washy types. Oh, I think I'm on the fence. I had somebody, a conscious brother, said this to me. One of his pet peeves is people who are on the fence, and that is because that is really a sign of weakness. That is really it's just not true. So let's go right into what I wanted to talk about. I do want to give a big shout out to Heal the Hood, everybody who participated, all the Bloods, all the Crips, everybody who got on the microphone, Brother Jeff, everybody. Thank y'all. The drummers. Oh, Dika, thank you. It was hot. I couldn't dance all day like I usually do, but thank you. We love the energy of the drum. Oh, and K-Tone. You don't really know who K-Toner is. No, you don't. Y'all better find out. That is one of our best DJs here in Denver, Colorado, DJ K-Tone. So big love to everybody who came out. It's much appreciated. So sisters, I want to address an issue of kind of sort of a warrior spirit. When we are looking for mates, if your mate cannot stand for you, you don't need to be standing for him. Matter of fact, you need to run very fast away from him. Very fast, like on some FloJo stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because if he can't stand for you, there's so many reasons why he can't. Okay, it could be because he got something else going on. He messing with another chick. Whatever the problem is, if he can't stand firm in saying, this is who I roll with, this is who is my woman, my sister, my mother, whatever role it is, if he can't stand firm in that, he's not going to stand firm with anything else when it comes to you. Okay, it'll be very easy for him to leave you hanging. It'll be very easy for him to not really care what it is that you're doing, and that is not the type of man that we should have. And I'm going to tell you something. Just because a man has knowledge, just because the man has a beautiful mind, does not mean that he is a man who will stand for you. Because sometimes when a brother has so much going on up here, he can talk his way through and make the stupidest shit sound logical. Okay, especially when we in love, especially because we will rationalize and say, oh, this is just him, and he's just so different, and he's just so eccentric, and he has all of these different ideologies that he can pull from, and let me tell you something, that is whack. And if a man does not stand for you, as I saw today, all of the men standing for the mothers of victims. Oh my God, that was the most profound part. Was when all those brothers stood and said, no more are we going to let our women cry, our mothers go without, the sisters and the daughters not have the men. We're not going to do that anymore. They stood for something, and the brothers came together, apologized to each other. I mean, people who done had guns pulled out on each other, hugging and loving each other, operating off of love. And that is what is necessary. We don't try that. The times, okay, y'all? For the time, marching back then and all of that was right. For the time, what NOI and all of that served, it was right. But now, some of that stuff just does not apply anymore. We have to evolve with each level that we get to. We should be evolving into a higher plane, a higher dimension. And when these brothers can't stand for you, sisters, it is time for you to run fast. Meow. Meow. You got to run fast. Okay? When my children, if my sons, I have two sons, if my sons see me crying, the first thing that they do is run to me and say, what is wrong with my mother? If a brother sees me crying, what is wrong with you? I said, you have to stand. And I don't know what manhood is. I know what sisters need to do. Okay, I can't define what manhood is because I'm not a man, but I can say what sisters need to do. If this man does not stand for you, you need to keep it moving. If he can't freely and openly say, this is my woman, and make that claim, because see, we are not just in a war physically. We are in a war mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. And I said this on the show the other night. If the man does not stand for you here, then he's not standing for you in the spirit realm. He's not standing for you mentally, and he damn sure ain't standing for you emotionally, because if he was, he would know how important it is for him to stand for you. And I just got to be honest, he really don't give a damn about you. Okay? And so you have to, sisters, we all, myself included, we all have to take the stand and say, you know what, if you can't even say that you mine, and I can't even say that I'm yours because of all of the whatever the reasons are, if you're creeping, if you're not, if you're this, if you're that, there's a situation, whatever the reason is, then you don't need to be giving yourself to this man. Okay, and you need to be wiser in understanding why a true warrior has to stand for something. You don't see no military not saying this is the oath. The oath. They took an oath that they belong to this because of this. Their role is this. And we got so many people confusing themselves. Okay, we got so many people confusing, having some knowledge in their head, thinking that they're applying it, and they're really not. And it really makes them look like buffoons. Okay, and you have to, and don't get caught up in the knowledge that a brother has. Don't get caught up in thinking that because he has read 50 books and he has done 20 lectures and he has YouTubes and he has this, or he's marching or whatever. Don't get that confused with, can he really be a strong man for you, sister? Because what we do, we stand. We stand for our men. As soon as you become we are there through thick and thin. And if they don't reciprocate that back to you, sister, you got to keep it moving, because he's not, if you in need, what's going to happen? If you call him up, yo, somebody is getting real ignorant with me. He can't even stand for you. 9 times out of 10, he's probably going to not do anything. Okay, he might talk a good game. Well, I gotta make sure that this is wise and make this move. Well, okay, and in the meantime, I done got stabbed because you trying to make sure that you got something going on, or whatever the problem is, sister. Let's start taking a little bit of more of our protection into our own hands and being selective in who we choose to protect us. Because if they can't protect you, let me tell you something. I got so many brothers who will ride for me. For those of you who are on the internet and keep up with this stuff, I'll name the people that y'all know. Then I'm going to name my personal circle, okay? Brother Gazulu, Majestic, my twin brother, Baseda Dorel. God, who else do I know? If I call them, they are going to react. Period. They don't care if they in my city or not. They are going to react. Then my brothers here in my city. Oh God, I got Zero. I got Sean. I got Solar. I got Apostle. I got so many. I can't. Lazarus, Omen, Jay. That's my brother for real, and he's a little nuts. So please don't do any harm to me. God, there's so many brothers that if I call them, they automatically react, because they automatically stand for saying, that's my sister and I will ensure her safety. They stand for me. And that is something that you have to make sure these brothers do off top. Once you get into a relationship, off top, you need to stand for me, because what you provide physically don't got nothing to do with the protection that you give me spiritually, with the protection that I give you spiritually, that I give you physically. This is a reciprocal thing, but I'm talking about, sisters, what we receive right now. Because we all know when a sister stands for you, you got all that. A sister will cut a man in a minute for harming her man. Okay, I'm not belittling that. I'm talking about who we choose. We need to make sure that we're a little bit more wise in our decisions and saying, if you can't stand, brother, you can't stay. And now run fast away from that man. Okay, because it's not to be trusted. How can I trust you? Something pop off, what you gonna do? There's a very, very powerful brother who we all know. I'm not going to put his name out there, but who we all know, who he said one of his pet peeves was people who sit on the fence, people who do not step up and stand for something. That is his pet peeve. And I had to think about that. Like, well, maybe they don't have enough information and maybe they need to. No. He's so right. Because if you can't stand for something, you fall for everything. If you can't stand for something, you allow everybody else to fall for everything. Okay? And true warriors wearing that camo, turning in their rags and doing all that stuff, those true warriors, you saw them today and they were standing for healing the hood and apologizing to the mothers. The mothers, they came out and they said, it's the women who are being affected. We need to apologize to the women for this. Because this is chaos. It's nonsense. Okay? I operate on love. My vibration is love. I try to only give love and only be a part of love. Okay? And as much as I do, that is because I am safe and I feel protected, that there are enough brothers who ensure that the love that I have to give will be protected. Okay, and it's a beautiful, beautiful thing when you really have it, because then once it comes and somebody is not standing, it's so easy to do it. And sister, let me tell you too,